Good morning, welcome to CK and Thringy's Out on the Full, the 10th CK and Thringy's Out on the Full, and by sheer coincidence, Chris, it marks round 10 of the SANFL season. Only the one game tomorrow sees Central District versus South Adelaide. South haven't beaten Centrals at Elizabeth for 11 years. It's a hell of a lot of history to overcome.
Far too much history for them to overcome, Thringy. Quite honestly, they were dreadful after quarter time against the Tigers last week. Absolutely shocking. Centrals, on the other hand, are in good form. They're at the top of the ladder, so we know that they're playing very good football at the moment. South Adelaide may have a chance in this game if they start at three-quarter time with the reserves. Quite honestly, this could be an utter shellacking for them unless they can really turn it around very, very quickly. I can't see it happening. Centrals, 14 goals plus.
Glenelg will take on Port Adelaide down at the Bay, and Port Adelaide coming off a huge win over Sturt last week, and we almost tipped it. Can they get another scalp this weekend?
We did almost tip it. We said they'll be leading at half-time. I'll think about that one again at the end of this break. Glenelg are playing pretty good footy themselves at the moment, though, so let's make no mistake about that. Their last three quarters against South were fantastic last week. But you're right, Thringy, the Magpies are playing very well also at the moment. James Meiklejohn, Jeremy Clayton starting to run back into a bit of form after an injury-interrupted pre-season for them. Glenelg for mine in this one, but they won't want to take the Magpies too lightly because we know that if the Magpies get a head of steam up, they could run over the top of them. Glenelg, just for mine, non-broadcast game too, folks. Get a DVD from the SANFL on this one.
Woodville West Torrens versus Norwood. It's come out, Redlegs defender Paul Piopolo has stated during the week he reckons he can take Eddie Betts and Stephen Milne from the AFL. Matty Goldsworthy shouldn't be a problem for him?
You wouldn't think so. The pup might find himself tested with that one if he lines up with the Gold Coast next year. We know that in round 3, this was a very close game up until about halfway through the last quarter. The Eagles probably had the home ground advantage there. That was what really triggered Nord into this magnificent run they've been finding lately. They've won the last 4 games, had the bye last week. Eagles are very tough to beat at home. I reckon Nord can continue the fairy tale one more week. Heading
out to the country footy out at Mannum, Sturt versus West Adelaide. Both sides a lot to play for. Sturt disappointing last week again. It could be a pretty good game.
Sturt have been disappointing for a few weeks. Thringy, Luke Norman, Ben Nelson, Jade Sheedy, boys, what's going on down there at the moment? Some of the guys don't look interested. This is unlike the hungry Sturt that we saw last year in the grand final. Things have got to change down there pretty quickly. West Adelaide have got to change their mindset as well. They go into the defensive side of things very quickly. They want to start hammering home the advantage when they're in a position to win. Double blues from mine at Mannum. It's going to be a fair old road trip, so watch out for car sickness, lads. But I still reckon that West Adelaide can cause the upset if they start playing attacking football right throughout.
Another big week of footy, guys. Round 10 of the SANFL season. Get out there, enjoy it, and we'll see you next week.